Hey, hello, how's it going? Welcome back to another Monster Train video. It's me, Cranberry. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good one today. I'm doing pretty well. Just got back from work, excited because I should be doing a stream today. So if you want to come see that, maybe come and swing by the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel. Either one of those, there should be a live stream happening sometime around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time if you are watching this video. The day it gets uploaded. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow too. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. But I'm very excited because today I have something very cool to show you. If you didn't know, lately I've been using a wheel to select what clan combo I'm using. Some people have been confused as to why, because the game does have a built-in randomizer, right? When you come in here, you can go, you know what, today I'm feeling like a random clan, right? I want to just do whatever I want to do, which is fine. However, I am a person whose ego knows no bounds, and I care about having, ideally, a big win streak. And if you do this, and I get a clan combo that I've already played, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but I won't be progressing my logbook. I want to try to get the logbook done, ideally as fast as I can, right? So I really just want to specifically play combos that have not been played yet, basically, for me. I think when I talked to Voix about this, I think there's some sort of like mod or plugin or something. I don't know. He was talking about something about someone was working on a thing. However, one of my viewers, Leonard, has a different solution, and that is the wheel that he made me. He made me a very cool wheel, right? It's very cool. It's very neat. And he told me when he first made it that at some point, if we needed to modify the wheel somehow, he could probably do that. Well, yesterday he did add in this little gear right here, right? There's a little gear right there in the top right corner, and if you do click that gear, you can modify which clan combos do or you will or will not show up, basically. So when we spin the wheel, it basically you can set up to not have certain combos possible. So if you look at here, right, this is the primary clan on the I guess it's the x-axis, secondary on the y-axis, right? So I've gone in here already and eliminated all of our combos that I've already won with. So now when I spin this wheel, it'll be a guarantee for me to see a new combo. If you wanna link to this wheel that Leonard made, I'll put it in the description of this video. It's just really cool, and I gotta give a shout out to Leonard. I appreciate him doing this. It's very cool of him. The end, basically, I guess. So let's spin the wheel here. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It's really neat. Let's see what we're playing today, folks. Give it a spin. And today, our clan combo is Alt Umbra, Alt Hellhorn. Okay, very cool, very neat. Let's close this up for now. So we go Alt Umbra, Alt Hellhorn. And as you can see, like as predicted, we've never won with this combo before. Hooray! Now, I guess that being said here or whatever, I don't know. But we'll see how it goes here. I guess this one's a bit of a weird one. I'm gonna keep playing on random Pyre Hearts or not because I want to get a sense for it. I think honestly, there's a pretty good argument here to probably play if you're trying to win purely on your own. This is a good Pyre of Dominion clan combo because like we're probably not gonna care much about Queen's Implings. And Plink in the late game will be pretty useless, so I think removing those for the sake of, you know, removals is kind of a net positive late game for us. But we'll see. I don't know. Let's hop in here. Let's see what's going on today on this run. Currently, our Pyre is, well, would you look at that, folks? It is Pyre of Dominion. Pretty good start here too. Horned Warrior. No matter, you know, I don't know if it'll actually be viable late game, but at least early game, Horned Warrior should be a pretty good holder of what's it called? Should be a pretty good holder of the buffs from Primordium. Now, one thing I'm a little hesitant about here is Superfood Primordium. Right? I think with Ritual of Battle and in theory with maybe damage shield from the Umbra clan, there's a good case for Primordium, but I think the big issue here is the fact that Seraph of Entropy, or not Seraph of Entropy, Savagery, sorry. Savagery is going to be giving us melee weakness on entry, which means that Superfood will be passing melee weakness to whoever's eating him, which means they're going to be a glass cannon. They're going to die in the literal first hit that ever hits them, basically, right? Which is not good. That's a bad thing, I think. My gut here is that we want to go probably just... Although, I guess, you know what? Actually, Superfood does come with intrinsic damage shield on it, though, maybe. Maybe we can make it work here. You know, thinking about it more, with intrinsic damage shield, we can maybe make this work. We get, like, you know, I'm down to give it a try today. It's not as bad. Like, I think the worst one is probably Entropy, because Entropy puts 10 sap if it's on your floor. So superfooding over 10 sap is kind of, like, horrific, I guess, I would say. Now, Horned Warrior is not my #1 choice for holder of the Primordium here. I think I would actually really prefer a Demon Fiend. If we saw a Demon Fiend here, I'd be very down to play that. And, you know, if we're going Superfood, we should go Void Binding here. Void Binding makes a lot of sense. I'll take a Rage Serum too. Okay, well, we're in a weird spot. We're in a weird spot because I don't think we're going to have enough consistent morsels to actually make an Alloyed Construct work here. So I don't love that. And I think, I'm sorry, the Crucible dogs, I think are just, like, dog shit in this game. I haven't tried to make them be a carry yet. But just from my experience playing the game, I'm pretty positive they're not good enough, basically. But I could be wrong. I was just saying before, right? Damage shield. We can just, in theory, out damage shield the fight, so we never need to get hit by the melee weakness, right? That is like a real thing we can do here, in theory. So between the two, I'm gonna go Crucible Warden, but I'm skeptical. And there's my boy. Demon Fiend's here. If you didn't know, in the most recent patch, which actually at this point is like a week or two old, Demon Fiend does have Trample inherently. And with the deployment phase being in this game, Demon Fiend stocks just are up incredible, right? So I think actually, you know, I want a Superfood. Now I'll just settle for... actually, I think I still want Superfood. Yeah, I think I still want Superfood, but Aggressive Edible is also a very viable pick for us here now, in my opinion. So we'll see what we get from this. Okay, so no Superfood. So Edible it is here. And I think this is very much a viable path for us now. We get like quick multi on this Demon Fiend with the amount of rage that we have here. And especially Void Binding and things like that. I think we can just like genuinely outscale all the enemy waves here pretty quickly in the late game, and that should be hopefully good. And Split Anvil is just, well, actually here's the weird thing, right? Split Anvil obviously very strong with Ritual. The problem is if we're going Void Binding, we're gonna probably Ember Drain ourselves into Oblivion here. So the Ritual won't do much, but it is still definitely better than Cleansing Water in my opinion. I think if anything here, the plan is now actually to maybe ditch Void Binding and just lean more into Rituals at this point, and that's a pretty good spot to be in here too. I'm liking this start. This is a very strong start. Now, Pyre Dampener is, we just took the you know, we have these Rituals. Pyre Dampener does mean we can't play Rituals, but I'll be honest here. We're very much strong enough to, I'm pretty confident we're strong enough to win this with just a Demon Fiend with the stats from Primordium on it. I am not... we can't deploy it. Fuck. I fucked up. With that in mind, I think I actually will just go... let me think here. For the Relentless, I think we're better off feeding a dog here. And then we'll just do this here to kill the waves. Yeah, this should be fine. Well, folks, I think we'll make it. I have arguably botched this a little bit, but I think ultimately it'll be... no, actually, this is still worth the risk, if you will. Yeah, we're actually looking very good here, I think. I'm just going to pass this. That's a little annoying. Maybe I should have Ember Drained. Damn, tragic. Absolutely fucking tragic there, folks. I'm still drained out? God damn. Oh, well. Oh, well, it is what it is. We could go back and replay, but this is like the sort of thing where it's like, I morally don't believe in resetting, basically. I think if you're resetting to like cheese exact RNG, I think you've kind of lost the plot a little bit, personally. Like, what's even the point anymore playing the game if you're just gonna like, I don't know, reset like that. I'll reset if it's like a you know, I'm losing the run because of it mistake, but if it's like a tiny little optimization thing, I'll just let it ride. And our Warden should be killing this here, right? We are. Oh, God. We're winning, but we're taking some damage from these shards, unfortunately. But my boy gets there. My dog gets there. And then I don't think I want a Mind Collapse in exchange for an Ember. We're not going some sort of Gorge Plains or more. Pack Morsel is also pretty bad. And Umbra Assault is like the most considerable one here, but I think I'd rather just have more Mind Collapses. Yeah, we just no thank you, no thank you. I'll take one Horn Break here. It's a fine safe pick. It's not amazing, but it's whatever. Okay. I definitely want to go Steel Shop here. We do aggressively want to look for, again, multi/quick on a Demon Fiend. I don't know exactly how much we need here to win, right? A rough estimate here, right? So Primordium at max rank is 60 attack. So after 3 eats, that's plus 180 to Demon Fiend. That gets him to, you know, a number base damage, right? So that's, what is that? 240 base damage. We're going to want roughly like 1,200 damage by like turn 5-ish. On this Demon Fiend. So we get multi, and then a bunch of rage. We're pretty close. So I think we're gonna, but I think we can get there with multi quick. Basically, is what I'm trying to say here. I don't think we're gonna need double multi. I think multi quick is the answer today, folks, on this one. Okay, there's a multi. That's more important for sure between the two of them. So I'm happy to see that. We could go dualism on Crucible Warden. That's kind of interesting, but and you know what? It's important to say here. I of course could be wrong about what we need out of or I could be wrong about how impactful damage shield on Gorge is on Crucible Warden. Maybe I am just underestimating this unit. I'm fairly positive we don't want him though. Fairly positive. Now Rail Beater is interesting here. The problem with Rail Beater is that in order to play it with Demon Fiend on the same floor, we would need to not give Demon Fiend quick, because then we'd have to give Rail Beater quick, so that way it applies the melee weakness before Demon Fiend attacks. If we give them both quick, then that doesn't work, and then if we try to put Rail Beater in front and neither has quick to get the melee weakness set up, he's taking the Penumbra, or the Primordium eats, which is an issue. I'm okay with Steelworker here, though. I can see a world where we do end up going Superfood 2 here, maybe. I don't love it, but I can see us going Superfood 2, and if that's the case, the shields from Steelworkers will also apply, basically, right? So that seems pretty good. I will definitely take the Mind Muddler here. That's a pretty easy one, and now that we haven't taken the minus energy here, it should be pretty safe to just play Demon Fiend Primordium here. And I think we're going to take some energy upgrade at some point, and then a size upgrade to sneak in the Steelworker here. I think that'll be pretty good. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I'm sure you realize my mistake already. We should, although maybe it's arguably not a mistake, we should have probably gone back and taken dualism on the Steelworker here. Although we don't even, yeah, we should have gone back and taken the, yeah, we should have taken the dualism. Dualism on Steelworker is kind of obviously really strong. Oh well. Oh well. Do I put Void Binding down here? You know, this has been pissing me off. We keep taking shard damage because I'm not playing the thing here. We'll be fine. We don't need it. Now we could play a ritual, but I'm gonna be greedy today. I think again we just kind of don't need the Oh, I played the wrong Demon Fiend. I might have to replay this. You know, we'll see. We'll see if this is enough to get through. I'm taking a bit of chip damage here, but you know that's what I get for playing poorly. Ah, god damn it! I played the wrong guy. You know what? Get this in here. Get the Void Binding in. How do we do, folks? How do we do here? Double Vengeful Shard. Oh, fuck me. I really screwed the pooch on this one, folks. I really fucked up tremendous style today. We don't take much pyro damage, but I am, you know, again, this is me playing wrong. I will pay the price for my sins. And next time I will play the correct Demon Fiend. Okay, Perils here is making me much more inclined to like play like the rituals now. Basically, we can kind of Ember Drain out and not feel too bad. And you know, I'll take another ritual. Why not? Fuck it. We ball. And I think I want to go... Actually, ooh, you know what we could do here? Okay, I like left side. I can see us going double multi on Demon Fiend and then looking for a quick dagger from the Merchant of Arms instead here, making that deployable. If we go deployable quick dagger, we can then like take the energy upgrade, take the space upgrade, and then we can fit in the Steelworker and then be energy efficient too. We don't have the extra 1 energy left over there. That makes a lot of sense to me right now. Okay, it's literally just all coming together here, folks. We're gonna go deployable dagger here, right? For sure. And we can't play it yet, but we're gonna take energy upgrade first so we can play the dagger. This is now that we have double multi, we pretty much have everything we need here, I think. Now the main issue with this line is that we wanna buy a little bit of time in the savagery fight, so that way we are not we're A, punching through the heavies so we can get to the sweepers in the back. But we don't want to take too long to set up because we're going to be taking damage from the amalgams. There's a weird little like kind of balancing act here we need to try to pull off, basically. And I think the way we do that is maybe like playing, I don't know, Titanite Largestone on one of these wardens, basically, and throwing that down bottom floor to kind of stall, and then we can play like our main setup mid floor. I can see that maybe being good enough, or maybe we just play mid floor and just tank the amalgam damage too. I'm not sure. Or we can get Zone of Silence maybe as well here. We'll see. Now, this early in the game, I'm a very big fan of Cooling Catcher. I do like Leaky Pen, but I think it fucks up too much with our plan. Basically, we need energy to play our demons, right? So, not very good here. And Wolo's Bloodletter, it's fine. It's cool that it gives damage to Primordium, but it also kills Primordium too quickly, I think. Right, Primordium never gets healthier, so we're very reliant on seeing a Void Binding to keep him alive. And I think this early in the game, Cooling Catcher is a very nice pickup here too. So, not really a bad choice. I think Leaky Pen is probably a bad choice in this situation. But I don't know, debatable. Now, Archeon, this Archeon I think is secretly one of the harder Archeons to fight. The reason kind of obvious being that it can generate a lot of damage very rapidly, so you got to be careful about that. Now, I need to be careful and play the right Demon Fiend. You go here. This is the multi-strike one. I have succeeded. Right? Quick Dagger right away is nice too. Very happy to see that. And I think I want the Void Binding here. I know I'm going to draw double shard next turn. What are you going to do? Oh, only one shard. Lovely. I'm going to play the Rage Powder. I think I'm not going to play Perils here. I don't want to go until I find Holdover first. I don't want to go full on Ember Drain route here. I do want to try to play more spells this combat. But this Archeon, in my opinion, again, secretly one of the hardest ones because of its ability to kind of just take you out of the game sometimes, basically. It can be a little bit spooky, but we're in a good spot here. Do I want to Void Binding again? I think so. You know what? Fuck it. We ball. I know we have another shard coming up, guaranteed. Oh, actually, we don't have another shard. Never mind. I lied. Maybe I should have let the Ember Drain go here so we can play the Calcified Ember this turn. Whatever. It's fine. It'll be okay. With our damage shield, we definitely win the Relentless here. Here's the thing, if I don't play the Perils, I can get away with playing some Vengeful Shards next turn. Yeah, we're okay here. We have the damage shield. We kill Archeon before he can do it. It's fine. Everyone, again, this is why I think this Archeon is secretly busted. He's hitting for 49 damage here. That's an absurd amount of damage for a Ring 3 boss to be hitting for. Now, ooh, we're losing damage shield here too. But we have the Quick Dagger. We kill you in 2 rounds. We're okay. We're okay. We don't have to do much else here, and by that I mean we play our shards and we win. Not an issue, but looking good here so far, folks. Again, we do have just one little puzzle to solve, and that's how do we get through Archeon here, basically, right? I don't know the answer exactly. Or not Archeon. So how do we get through the savagery? How do we get through the amalgams? Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I will take a Wretch. Wretch seems pretty good for us here. Overgorger, listen, I had a great time with you last time. Today is not your day, buddy. Today is not your day. Okay, Steel Shop, very high priority. We want to find double multi on the Demon Fiend. That would be very good for us. And then we come in here. I will take Dualism Titanite on Steelworker. Although, do I want Titanite on the Warden as like the chump blocker line instead here? You know what? Actually, I think so. I think that's actually the kind of the plan here, basically. And then we find another multi. We don't. We find Quick, which we don't want. But again, we have this as a sort of like idea, basically, which I'm down to play. I think it'll be okay for us right now to play that fucker out and just have him absorb like 2 waves for us, basically. It's not going to be a huge amount of damage reduction, but it's going to save some pyre health. The minion pyre is one of the lower HP pyres. You need to be mindful of our pyre health going into the Titan fight, basically. What do I want here? I think I want maybe just a second Wretch. That seems good, because I don't think I want to waste a holdover on a Wretch. So I think we just want like critical mass of them so we can draw one as soon as we eat the Primordium, basically, here. We'll keep taking Aggressive Edible. Big fan of that right now. Huge, etc. Mark of Invasion. So the thing here about this is that the Demon Fiend does completely destroy these invaders. But you know who also kind of fucks with them? Is the Crucible Warden. I'm gonna be a little greedy today, I think, folks. I'm gonna be a little greedy today. We can take this, and I believe the line here. We are not going to play the Quick Dagger. We're going to play bottom floor with Demon Fiend Primordium. Then we're going to go top floor and then just do like a Crucible Warden and a Horned Warrior here to kill the invaders, more or less. And again, it's a greedy line, but I'm pretty sure it's a fairly safe line as well. We do this. We do this. We drew double Wretch Sherman, which is pretty funny. But yeah, we're okay. We're leaking 1 guy. Well, that's who. We don't care if this man lives or dies. And he's, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We might leak even 2 here. 9 damage is worth, and we're not leaking any fuckers here. So, get fucked, idiots. Not you, the viewer. These guys are the idiots here. Sorry to clarify. And we do this, and we can pop a Void Binding that every once in a while. Now it should be pretty safe to do so. And yeah, Demon Fiend is big. We got a Perils here, basically. And you know what? I'm gonna do this, actually. I was gonna say I'm gonna be really greedy. I'm not gonna be that greedy, actually. I've decided instead to just play this and pass the turn. Tragic. If only we had a Wretch. Oh, a Wretch. Perfect. We'll do this. Oh, we could have played Mind Collapse first. Whatever, it doesn't matter too much. I don't want to keep Ember Drain. Let's just keep playing this like so. And yeah, he's Demon Fiend's going absolutely sicko mode here. Kill you, pass turn. And you can kind of see the vision here, right? My man's already hitting for 1 billion. And we're not even like really fully set up yet, right? We don't have full Primordium stacks here. This should be pretty good. You know what? I have a vision. I think it's a cave. I think cave-in is actually the secret to our success against the savagery fight here. I have an idea. And you know what I'm going to do actually here? I think I am, with this in mind, I think I'm instead going to go double energy upgrades here. I think having, oh actually, Tiresome Climb is really good too. Hold on. There's a lot happening. We have a lot of different angles here, and I'm going to walk you through them all real quickly, right? Usually I would just kind of keep playing and like kind of describe it as I go here, but I just want to say what our multiple different angles are of winning this, right? So, we have the Crucible Warden, but that's not even that good right now anymore, actually. I'm not kind of realizing, because the problem, we have a couple, I guess we have a couple. Okay, hold on, sorry. I'm still kind of mentally forming our plans here, right? Let's have Plan A, which is I think the worst plan. I don't know why this is Plan A, but our Plan A is our current. Let's assume we see like nothing else really important on this run that helps us out here, right? Plan A is play Crucible Warden bottom floor to tank a bit, play Primordium and the good Demon Fiend mid floor, and then what we'll do is that we'll probably put a Permafrost or something like that on Cave-In, right? And then when Crucible Warden dies, we will Cave-In to move the Demon Fiend back down the bottom floor to stop the Amalgams from activating their damage effect by ideally killing them all, right? Basically, that's how I see that one playing, right? And you know what? Actually, that's a pretty good line, because my initial thought was this kind of doesn't work because when we Cave-In, the Warden will begin to eat the Primordium, which is not good for us because we need the damage on the Demon Fiend, right? But then I realized, just wait for Warden to die. Because we don't need anyone down there until the Warden is dying, right? So that seems fine for the most part. Wait till Warden dies, cave in down, right? The other plan is instead just hold over on, where are you? Where did you go? On Tiresome Climb. Hold over Tiresome Climb is basically also more or less a pretty good answer for this. Because we can stack days on Seraph. We can, if there's an amalgam bottom floor, we can move it up to the kill floor very rapidly. Yada yada. There's a lot of. This is also basically just a win condition on its own, right? We still want to find a second multi on Demon Fiend, but now we have like 2 main game plans here basically, and given our current state here, we don't really need the Merchant of Arms. The Alco is not that good either, I don't think, and the same thing for the armor here. We want either Permafrost on Cave-In and or Holdover on Tiresome Climb. So Magic Shop is very valuable here. A free relic is nice too, and then maybe get a cool dupe as well. You never know, right? Okay, so we've basically done it now. The Holdover on Tiresome Climb is pretty much over. I will put 1 Emberstone on 1 Ritual of Battle, and I want to find Intrinsic on this Holdover, or on this Tiresome Climb basically here. We don't find it. We do find Eternal Stone, Smolder Stone though, which is nice. So that'll go on a different Ritual of Battle here, I believe. That's just a good thing to do basically. Oh, we have Permafrost. We have Permafrost for Cave-In too. I like that as well, honestly. I like both of these together, honestly. They seem pretty strong to me. Wing Steel is fine. We have a lot of excess energy here oftentimes, so that's pretty good. I think I'll just dupe the 1-cost Ritual at this point. I know we have the Split Anvil. There's some value to be had in spells being expensive. But I think I would rather just guarantee that we can split Anvil our held over Tiresome Climb into the Rituals of Battle instead. That feels a little bit stronger to me personally. Pyre Dampener at this point doesn't mess us up as nearly as badly as it did before. So we can still get our main deployment out here, right? We still have a general pretty strong game plan of just Demon Fiend, Primordium, Dagger. So that's not really an issue for us. And then we will do this into this and pass. Ah, you fucker. You fucker. Wing Steals immediately fucked me. Oh, okay. I'll move you up too, I guess. Here you go. Welcome aboard. This goes here. And then we'll pass. Okay. Things are feeling pretty strong. Let's move you on up, buddy. There you go. Is that my second Wretch? No, we still have 1 in the deck. Okay, very good. I'll play it for fun. I forgot about Wing Steel. That would have been really funny if we drew the second one there, but whatever. Maybe I should have put Permafrost on Wretch. That might have actually been more important. I don't know. Definitely a debatable choice here, I think. Let's just do Ritual. It's a little bit... Ooh, double Ritual. Nice. Very cool. And let's just get the Ember out of here at this point. That seems fine. And as you can see, we don't take very long to scale up very rapidly on this build. We do kind of just need, you know, a couple things to come together, and then we're Gucci. And this is right now, if we can get our last multi, pretty much guaranteed dub here on this run. Or maybe not guaranteed. Maybe I'm speaking too confidently. I don't know, but we're close to it, I would say. We'll Ritual. Oh yeah, we're done. We're done. We can move on. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And then we will. I don't think we want the extension. It's kind of neat, but not that neat. Engine upgrade's also kind of neat. We are very energy heavy or very energy thirsty deck, I guess. But we have the Split Anvil at some point. Should be useful. Maybe not. I don't know. But we should have enough energy on this run. And I'll skip these as well. March of Shields, like, vaguely interesting, but not really. And we gotta go right side. We would like to find the final multi on the Demon Fiend here. That'd be lovely. And we even will just accept something like Titanite or on the, where are you? on the Steelworker 2. At some point, we want to sneak Steelworker onto this floor as well. I don't know how we'll do it exactly. I mean, we'll size upgrade for starters, right? Fight Club is fine. You know, Fight Club is actually pretty cool here because it... Oh, also fucking easy, man. Fight Club is actually really good because it gives damage to the Primordium, which is then passing as well. So Fight Club is maybe actually the best room. I would argue that maybe the best room is just Zone of Silence to stop the Amalgams also would be nice here. But just maybe also not necessary, I don't know. I'll just take a plus 20 on the Steelworker. We don't have to be too picky on this one. It seems very good to me. And I think we need to start removing some of these junk units now. Because they are pretty worthless to us, and we have a lot of money. Let's get these guys out of here. Mainly, the main purpose here is so that I don't accidentally play the wrong Demon Fiend here. That's like the main goal of this, is just like, stop, you know, as proved so far in this run, of the many tiny little misplays I'm making, I kind of am my own worst enemy on this run today here. I think at least, so. Let's try to prevent me from blowing this whole thing. I feel pretty confident we can just play this bottom floor. Not too worried here. And then, like, in the Savagery fight, we'll play, like, this mid-floor. And then we'll put, like, Crucible Warden down here. And then, again, like, we'll collapse in when we need to. And then we'll put, like, Steelworker up here with them. And then the key thing here, the reason why we're not going for some sort of overstack line with Cave-In is because we do need the space to replay Primordium off of Wretch, basically. I think is a pretty important element to our run here, too. Okay, do this, climb you, play that as well here. But I want to avoid binding. Now he can take a little bit of corruption damage. He'll be fine. Don't worry. He can tank that shit. You know, this is actually kind of an interesting spot here because we're going to be taking corruption damage, right? I think on this run, on this fight here, I think specifically, I will cave in just to get the shields in. I think that's more valuable than the replaying of Primordium because we're gonna have more than enough damage. I think we just want to focus mostly on defense today. You know, while we're at it, get hit, and we'll just keep holding over Tiresome Climb on you, I think, buddy. For Relentless, and that should be pretty okay. Definitely do that. And we could just Wretch and play the Primordium somewhere else here. Although I think this looks pretty nice to me. And you know, I do want to keep playing Tiresome Climb, so we'll do this. This. Get his ass, buddy. Get his ass. Beat him. 30 damage. Let's go. Very nice. We can... we can Wretch. It doesn't do anything, but whatever. Okay, hold on. That's a little bit of extra damage in. And then just climb you again, I guess. Seems good. Climb. Collapse. Shard. Ritual. Yeah, we're everything. This is like a run where it's like I feel like it could have been bad if we had missed a couple of things. We just hit everything. Like we got everything we wanted and more today, folks. So I feel pretty good about it. Horn break your ass up here. And then final wave, as you can see, Kayla's days for 1 billion, and we do just beat his ass, so lovely stuff. Very cool, very cool. Take the space upgrade now. Do I want Furnace Tap? Not really. Yeah, I think I just prefer maybe something like Alloy here. Something we need to be mindful of. We do currently... Demon Fiend does currently die to the first Seraph hit. Maybe we're going to have to play bottom floor, actually, so we can get the first hit to be from one of the heavies, actually. That's an interesting thought. We might have to chump, actually, with Rail... Or not Rail Leader, with a Steelworker, too. That might be Steelworker's main goal, is actually to chump the first hit. We'll see. There's some things here to think about first, right? We don't go left side. We don't need anything over there, basically. Right side has got removals and money, which is nice. I'll take these. What do I want here? I think I get rid of the Rage Serums. They're pretty low impact. There's 0 cost and consumable, which is nice, but I don't know. I think we might actually just need the damage shield off of Void Binding to survive, like, the first round. I don't know. We're in a bit of a weird and tricky spot, basically. Ooh, Inferno Room is kind of interesting, but not super interesting to me. I don't know. Because we can play an Inferno Room bottom floor and use that to kill the backliners. But then the Amalgam is still getting through for a lot of damage. Let me just give me a second to think about it. Basically, I don't know. This is a weird spot we find ourselves in. Inferno Room is a very, very, very strong card, but it is weakest against Seraph of Entropy because of the fact that playing at bottom floor means that you are forfeiting a lot of life against the Amalgams, right? But the upside is that it kills one of the most game crushing enemies in the game. The backline Chosen Sweepers have exactly 50 HP. And they have multi-strike, base 7 damage sweep, and on strike gain rage. So the first hit is 7 sweep, and the second hit is going to be more than 7. Depends on what your floor plan is. For us, it won't be too big of a deal, but it still can hit for a lot, which I am concerned about. I would ideally rather just never get hit by a sweeper. So Inferno Room is kind of interesting, especially with our Primordium having 3 HP. I don't think it fits into our. I think we have a plan. I think we have a plan, and you know what I'm thinking actually too. I'm thinking more about savagery and how we don't actually really have a way to tank that first hit very well. We could chump with the Steelworker, which might just be the best line. We could just see Tiresome Climb right away, which would also be pretty cool. We get Intrinsic there, but if we miss Intrinsic on Tiresome Climb, or if we just take too long to draw, we can in theory play Warden top floor and then mid floor. The first hit on Savagery comes in, and then we just start tanking, and we just cave in later, and we just eat a little bit of Amalgam damage. That might also be a pretty good line. I think ultimately Inferno Room is not very good for us. That I'm fairly certain about here. I think this is a non-Inferno Room run, basically. Meat Shield. You know what? Meat Shield, I'll take it here. One thing I need to remember, it's very important. The stats you get from an equipment do apply to the unit that's holding them. So if we put a Meat Shield on a Primordium, it is passing 15 health per eat, which would be very nice here too. Not essential, but pretty good. Pretty good for us, especially if we get into Relentless. And we're at this point where it's like maybe somehow we've given Demon Fiend some damage shield and he just never gets a hit from Seraph. Giving him enough health so that we can survive one single hit would be good, basically. So I like that. I don't wanna merge the Meat Shield with the Quick Dagger, kind of obviously. I don't want to even make it deployable. Well, I guess there's no harm in making it deployable. Maybe we do just play that. You know what? Actually, I will make it deployable, I think, here. Yeah, I think I do want this to be deployable so we can get it onto the Primordium turn 1. That might be... You know what? Maybe... It's not enough health to tank the first hit, though. I don't know. Maybe that's just wrong. Either way, it doesn't mess anything up here by making it deployable. It'll just give us the option for these for this fight at least, right? To give it some deployableness, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. We can take the Prayer Stone here pretty safely because we're going to be giving Primordium the thing here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these waves don't mess us up too badly. I'll just do this and play top floor here, and we should be fine. There's a bunch of free money, which is nice. So we go up to top floor. Boom, boom. I think we just go Meat Shield, Dagger, and we sneak the Steelworker in later. So yeah, as it stands right now, Demon Fiend's killing you. Could put in some, you know what? Void Binding does give us some health saved here, basically, right? Because we were net even because we're taking equal damage to the number of hits we were doing, so we were getting the health back off of Primordium, basically. This is fine too. Okay. Steelworker is nice to see here. That's gonna give us a lot of defense as well. Now we have drawn both our wretches, which is a little annoying. Money, thank you. Fight Club is nice here. If we need to, we can cave in for whatever reason. I don't think we'll need to on this fight, though. And then how are we looking here, folks? Shard. No really reason to hold over Tiresome Climb. We'll just keep playing these in passing, I think. Seems fine. Do I wanna peril so I can mind collapse this silencer? Not really. It doesn't seem super relevant. I know I need to actually pay attention here. We had the chance to look at that, but I didn't pay attention. What happens when a silencer? Actually, no, we're killing with quick, so we're not even eating. I want to know what happens when the silencer is on the floor when we're trying to eat a primordium. I don't know how that interaction actually plays out, so I am curious if we can see it at some point. But oh, okay, here we go. Hold on. Primordium's here. We're getting that Fight Club boost, which is nice too. Guess we'll play the Warden so it's out of our deck at least. Let's see. So Silencer is here. So I believe in theory the Silencer was not dying this turn. I think Primordium would still get eaten, but I think the stats don't get passed. It's a weird. I don't know if that's how it works exactly, but I think that might be how it goes. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. This is grayed out, but I do believe you still get eaten. It's a weird thing. Because I've noticed it with a Zone of Silence with Kale's little morsel guys too. His own mini primordials. I've noticed that kind of be how it interacts. But it's like a weird. I don't know if it's actually correct or not. Basically, I could be lying to you all right now, for all we know. Okay, this is looking pretty GG here. Punching through these heavies, obviously no problem. We have the stats, folks. We have the stats to win this. It's just a matter of if we get nuked by Seraph, basically, here on this one. And I'm hoping the answer is just no, we don't get nuked, basically. But maybe we will. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe we can just play our shards out and pass here. Very cool. And ooh, we do not take Shroud Spike here. At first I was like, ooh, Shroud Spike, but we're our only morsel is Primordium. If you don't know, Shroud Spike does not work on Primordium. Primordium is not a morsel, he is a champion. Or it is a champion, I don't know, whatever. Does not work, tragically. So no thank you. You know what, Branding Grind is some extra defense here. I'll take it. I don't know what's the worst that could happen. Okay, I definitely want Magic Shop. I would love, again, Intrinsic on this tiresome climb is pretty much GG. I can see the argument of going right side and just duping the what's it called? The tiresome climb here. And doubling your odds. There's nothing else we even want from these. These are pretty low value to us here beyond the duplication here. So I'm just gonna hit instead. These are also I guess pretty both low value. I don't know, whatever. We'll see. See, instead I hit because this run nothing can go wrong for me. I'm on top of the world. And now this does just feel like 100%. The run's over. I don't know, I just feel like there's no way we can lose it. I'll even take Ritual here with Holy Stone. And we'll buy basically just all of the relics if we have enough money to do that. That's lovely. That is very lovely. Might as well take this too. Unbroken Horn's also a pretty nice hit here. I'll take these. These don't do much for us here. I guess in theory we can take Abandoned Umbra and then we can literally... This could have been a solution for us actually here. We could have taken Abandoned Umbra, not played the Steelworker, and then just every turn guarantee get a chump blocker for Seraph, assuming that Demon Fiend was one-shotting the entire floors, which he should be doing pretty quickly. So this would have been good in theory, but we don't need it. We're set pretty much for life now because we have the Intrinsic on the holdover, or the Intrinsic on the what is holdover? The held over tiresome climb. So let's see. In Magic Shop. Emberstone. You know what, why not? Just whatever. Put this here. Do that too. Reroll. This combo again. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. I'm not even gonna give it the Smolder Stone, I don't think. I'll put that on Branding Right. And then double stack. Great question. Who gets the double stack here? Maybe this Ritual. We're more likely to play it when we see it. I'm okay with that, sure. And then this goes on Hornbreak. We get to remove one card from our deck. It's probably at this point the Void Bindings. It's not even worth the Ember Drain at this point. We don't need the damage shield that badly. So yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is very fine for us. Okay. Anything else to do here? Nope. Let's go. Should be a pretty easy Seraph, and I think some people, I've had people make comments about this before, and I don't want this to, I guess it is unsolicited advice, I don't know. But if there's one thing I can really recommend to newer players in this game, the first thing you should do is see who the final boss, and I don't do this all the time. Sometimes I go like the entire run and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to actually look at who the final boss was. Look at the final boss and play around that specifically. Make sure your run is focused around beating this fight. There are some fights that are tricky, but without a doubt, this is definitely the hardest fight in the game. Pretty definitively, right? This is like the one where it's like, if you don't plan around it, this is the fight that will beat your ass, basically, right? There are every single Seraph has a mechanic that if you're not paying attention to can end your run, right? Like for example, right? Like we would have just ended the run there if we didn't have, you know, this in mind. Because even like if you look at this, right? Well, technically void binding saves us here in theory, but right, like you know, even the alloy here, we're taking 90. This is a 90 damage hit coming in from the Seraph, right? We need to be very mindful of that specifically here. I guess we would survive after the branding rate, actually, so never mind. Never mind, we were good still, actually, no matter what. But you get the idea, people. You understand what I'm saying. Now, we do need to be mindful of the fact that we actually don't have that much damage here. So we might be leaking a little bit on this one, so we might have to actually, like, send up one of these assassins here. Oh, actually, we have enough. Okay, good. Never mind, we're fine. We have enough damage to make it through. So let's do probably one of these here for split anvil. Right? And then Crucible Warden's also just doing his job, which I love too. I'm glad that this even was again, you know, part of a run that was important as well, I guess. Is mitigating the amalgam damage here via one big fucking dumbass idiot dog. Let's keep sending you up here. We're gonna, so our plan basically here is just to keep stacking days turn after turn after turn. So that way into Relentless we win before he gets a chance to even attack us, basically. That's the part of that plan as well. And then we just play Wretch for no reason and pass the turn. Oh, I forgot we have Unbroken Orb. We should be trying to save mana when it's not required to attack, basically. Okay, we do need to kill some of these, or at least one of these Rage Wing assassins, so that way Warden doesn't die this turn. That seems important. Let's, like, is this one of them enough to kill here? If I kill you, does he live? Okay, that's good enough for me. And we have Tiresome Climb. That's the last card in our deck. That is very good for us. We'll do this. Oh, you know what? I do want Warden. We wait until Warden dies before we pull the trigger on that one, basically. We don't want him stealing the feeds off of Primordium. Although at this point, Demon Fiend does effectively just have enough damage. Although we might not have that damage to win the Relentless, actually. Should be mindful of that here, too. Although with the shield he's getting from Steelworker, he should have enough. That's what I'm looking for. He should have enough. He has enough health to survive a single Seraph hit. So in Relentless, he's not a death sentence for him, but that's fine. And this is a great chance now to let Crucible Warden die, so that way we can move down with Caven. I'm gonna do this. Play Primordium. Play Alloy. Lovely stuff here. Move you up. Play Wretch for no reason. And then I guess pick you off because you're annoying more than anything. Oh, fuck. Why are you not dying? God damn you. Oh, because they lost the rage. Okay, you know what actually then we do? Hold on. What we do instead here is, hold on. Wait a second. So instead what we do here, we do the Wretch, right? Wretch, play the Alloy, and then we will still move you up. He lives, and then we just Horn Break you so you die. Tragic, but it should be pretty safe here. The Demon Fiend is hitting through like 3 heavies here without too much trouble. So I think we can, maybe we're biting off more than we can chew here. With the Cave-In line. It might be a bit much. Let's see. Let's just see how it looks. So let's play Cave-In. Are we getting through the... Oh, you guys fucking sneak... Oh, there wasn't enough room. I forgot about that, too. We also just... I guess we do make it through after these. Yeah, there's one heavy left. Okay, so actually, never mind. Abandon the Cave-In line. Instead, new plan. New plan here. It is now the ascend the amalgam line. That's the new plan here. That's how we mitigate the damage now, is ascending these guys instead. And hopefully, maybe there'll be a turn where we can kind of like actually sneak out the cave in here. So I forgot that the enemies, you can only have so many enemies in the floor as well here because of the unit limit. Okay, bit of a, you know what? Bit of a miscalculation on my part there, but I'm glad that we learned it now instead of on a run where it actually mattered, right? That's good. And this, I think, gonna be one double amalgam floor here, right? We do the cave in now, actually. Hold on. We did something like cave in here. We will leave we'll leave you behind. I think we actually can do this. Yeah, we're killing through the whole floor. Yeah, this actually works. This actually works. And you're leaking, but we can just horn break you. That's not even really a factor for us. Okay, very good. We don't get to play the alloy here, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'll move you up. Could Perils to play the alloy? Does it matter that much? Not really. No, we'll just pass. We'll just pass. And there's the double amalgam floor. Wretch, lovely to see Wretch here. That's good. Keep dazing you for a little bit. No damage. And then, yeah, just look what a flawless victory, man. What a nice kind of this takedown of Savagery Seraph here, man. And I gotta say, I did feel the impulse to call him Entropy Seraph there. I wonder how many times I did fuck it up without correcting myself. I'm sure many, many times. Oh, well. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, this will be a pretty easy Titan fight here. We're going in with full HP. We can just play one floor. We can like perma-daze Savagery here. It's gonna play itself pretty quickly, I imagine, on this one. I think we can even pretty safely just play bottom floor here. I am not too scared about that proposition. Play this, do this into Crucible Warden there, right? And this should be very smooth sailing, I imagine. Again, get the fuck away from me. Play this here. Alloy as well. There's pretty nice. Double Wretch on turn 1. It's annoying every time I fucking see it, but whatever. Doesn't matter too much. We do draw through the deck pretty quickly. That is like, again, like if you're curious why Pyre of Dominion is like so good sometimes, it is the fact that your deck is just so thin, right? There's very little junk in this deck, right? It's just like mostly high impact cards here, basically, right? No Train Stewards, no starter cards. I just realized I just realized I bought the Tuning Fork. We don't have starters. I just like impulsively, I'm like, oh, I love Tuning Fork. Hooray, I'll buy it. There's no starters in this deck. That was an actual complete waste of money. But even then, who gives a shit? We're doing great. Everything's going fine. Mind Collapse here seems fine. I want to avoid binding. Not really. I still just like playing the rituals here more. I don't think it's worth the Ember Drain. We can even mix in some tiresome climbs on Dominion here too if we care about our health that much. So let's do that. Boom, boom. Play these out. Yeah, things are going great here, folks. I am not even remotely concerned on this one. Okay, let's move you back up. Or down, I guess. You know how it goes. Bit of a weak turn here. We should be fine. I'm a bit worried about how much damage Demon Fiend is taking. Maybe I do need to give him some damage shields every once in a while. Not too concerned, though. There's my Wretch. Okay, so let's Wretch. Play Primordium here. Play this as well. Vengeful Shard, you bastard. Okay. Stop the corruption from coming in. That's lovely. Yeah, the Demon Fiend is kind of bleeding out here. I didn't anticipate this would be as big of an issue. There's our alloy, which is nice. I like seeing that here. We'll ritual as well. Keep alternating our tiresome climbs. That's a bit of an annoying hit. Let's do that, I guess, too. Maybe it matters. I don't know. As long as I can kill Entropy and Savagery here quickly, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Okay, there's a Void Binding. I will play the Void Binding here, I believe. I can afford a little bit of Ember Drain on this one, I think. They keep you dazed as hell. Void Binding there. Ritual, lovely draw. Yeah, we'll have Entropy dead next turn. That's good. We'll have you dead the turn after. Or we'll have you dead. We might just have you both dead next turn after we move you up. It's gonna be kind of, or maybe not that close actually. No, it'll be kind of close. It'll be kind of close here. I don't remember how much HP this next wave has here. Is this the sweeping wave? It's a sweeping wave. Okay. A lot of heavies on it. How does it look if we climb? You're both at 1 each. Yeah, let's climb you up. Yeah, you are actually both just dead here. So it's a matter of how long it takes to kill Dominion. Ember Drain. I forgot about that. Shoot, I can't play the alloy. Ah, whatever. Okay, there's Wretch again. I will ritual Wretch again. Okay. I can tiresome climb. You know, at this point, I know it's putting more corruption on Demon Fiend. I just want the Pyrolyte so I can kill you faster. So let's just move you past the turn. I think Demon Fiend actually dies here. I kind of underestimated the corruption damage here, I guess. Huh. Yeah, Demon Fiend is eating shit on this one, folks. Even with the, you know what? Steelworker also apparently pretty important to have you on the run as well, buddy. But we're not gonna lose this. I can assure you on this one, definitely gonna be a dub still. Oh, look at that. He stays alive a little bit longer. Hanging on by a thread. Let's move you up to trigger the Relentless here, basically, to get an extra hit in. You walk up, we get 2 Pyrelights. You only play 1 of them, I think, now. Oh, actually, I can play 2 of them, so that's pretty sweet. And I'll go Ritual of Battle here. Into double Pyrelight. To play out my curses. Into, I guess, just Hornbreak to try to make this go a little bit faster, too. Into Daze you again. Okay. And even though Demon Fiend is dying here, we definitely win before any of these guys actually do any damage to our Pyre. That is so long, folks. It's looking the teeniest bit scary here, but not actually. Oh yeah, it's over. We win. Okay, cool. Very cool stuff. Hey people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Pretty cool run. Pretty cool run. That I'm glad. Listen. I think. Sorry, I'm moving into my chair a bit there. I think it is fair to say that the buff to Demon Fiend is maybe one of the most impactful buffs to any of the Monster Train 1 cards, right? Right. I think Trample on this guy, Demon Fiend was never a carry unit. Even in Monster Train 1, when the actual damage requirements were lower, Demon Fiend was never like oh, this guy could potentially win me the game. It was always in this weird spot of, in Monster Train 1, he was in a very weird spot of being unplayable in the first 3 rings, basically, which was a very strange position for him to be in. He was not that useful. He was okay with things like Sketches of Salvation and things of that nature, basically, right? But he was always a bit of a freak, always a bit of a weirdo. But I think it is fair to say that the new Demon Fiend in tandem with both the deployment change to the game, right? Deployment making him playable in the first 3 rings, and now him just having Trample baseline, that's like crazy. That's so good, and with the right combination here, you can make a very, very strong run with him as the carry, right? I think that's kind of hopefully pretty apparent from this run, right? Anyway, let me give you the seed so you can play this one yourself if you want to do it. Hold on. You want to play this one yourself? This is insert Payable Supreme. There you go, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.